Number 5. The Redneck Triathlon. Throughout 2003, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Eric Bischoff were running Raw together as co-GMs, yet Austin would take any opportunity he could to humiliate Bischoff. Heading into the 2003 Bad Blood pay-per-view, a Redneck Triathlon was set up between the two, which ran throughout the show. The first round was a belching contest, which Austin soon drank his way to victory. Second up was a pie-eating contest, which wasn't PG for today's product, resulting in Mae Young hitting a Bronco Buster onto Bischoff in lingerie. Austin would forfeit this round by hitting a stunner onto Mae Young, forcing the contest to a third and final round, which was a hog pen match, which Austin soon threw Bischoff into to gain the victory and celebrate with a beer bath. There was absolutely no good wrestling in this segment, but it was for sure one of the most bizarre ideas WWE ran with for a pay-per-view. Number 4. Showdown of the Showstoppers. On the same show as the Redneck Triathlon in 2003, two icons waged war as Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair faced off one-on-one, a battle of legends. Both men put on a solid contest, going back and forth as expected from the two, with Flair trying to chop away at Michaels' leg. Things would soon spill out of control though, as towards the end of the match, Michaels would deliver a dive to the outside, putting Flair through a table in a wild standout spot. With Flair in trouble, Randy Orton would come out to help his Evolution teammate, hitting HBK with a chair and allowing Flair to pick up the win in this great clash of icons. Number 3. A Demon's debut. During one of the greatest matches in WWE history, possibly the greatest debut ever would unfold. Dating back to the original Bad Blood pay-per-view in 1997, the main event would showcase the first ever Hell in a Cell match between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. Heading into the match, rumours of The Undertaker's brother Kane had started to swirl that he was in fact alive, and Paul Bearer was bringing him to the WWE. As the match drew to its close, the lights would cut out and an eerie red glow would fill the arena as a burst of flame would explode, and the Devil's favourite demon, Kane, would arrive, making a shocking impact by ripping the door right off of the cell and delivering a tombstone piledriver to his brother The Undertaker. This would allow HBK to pick up the win, but the shock and execution of Kane's debut would begin one of the best storylines and characters in WWE history. Number 2. Degeneration Blood. Former best friends turned bitter enemies, Triple H and Shawn Michaels were at each other's throats for over a year, beating the hell out of each other at any given opportunity. The rivalry became so heated and out of control that the pair were placed inside Hell in a Cell to find out who the best man was once and for all. This would unfold in the main event of Bad Blood 2004. With such a strong story between both men, the match would turn into one of the most savage in WWE history. Both men waged war inside the cell, with Triple H targeting Michaels' back and a variety of weapons coming into play throughout. Triple H would eventually manage to pick up the win, with both men bloodied, battered and unable to stand. The referee could only raise Triple H's hand as both men lay motionless in the ring. This would be an instant classic and turned out to be the longest Hell in a Cell match ever, with Jim Ross screaming out 47 minutes and 26 seconds of pure hell and carnage. Number 1. Welcome to Hell in a Cell. WWE's most famous and dangerous match type spawned at the original Bad Blood pay-per-view in 1997. After Shawn Michaels had tried to avoid The Undertaker at all costs, there was nowhere else left to run, as both legends would be locked inside the Devil's Playground. Both men were in their prime, and the crafty and speedy Shawn Michaels struggled against the power of The Undertaker, showing fear of both the dead man and the cell itself. Fans that night would be treated to an iconic match, never before seen, which pushed Michaels and Undertaker to new creative heights. Both men would end up waging war on top of the cell, and in a shocking moment, HBK would be sent flying off the side of the cell straight through the announcer's table. As both men ended up re-entering the cell bloodied and battered, the iconic debut of Kane mentioned prior in this list would cost The Undertaker the win. The WWE hit a home run on this night, not only putting on one of the most iconic matches in company history, but also debuting a brand new match type and a legendary debut in Kane.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more wrestling content.